And Ugandans have been advised to participate in oil and gas operations for an improved livelihood. This was stressed during an interview with the Uganda National Oil Company. Angela Karisa expressed the importance of oil to the economy and how individuals can tap into oil opportunities.
As Ugandans continue to rise their expectations on oil, there are opportunities that needs to as well be explored. Angela Karisa, Communications Officer, UNOC, advises.
The next 5 years, which is a very, it's now a good space for us to tap into the oil and gas space, because the next 5 years now means the companies that are heavily participating in the oil and gas space, the international oil companies like Total, CNOOC, and the Ugandan participant, which is Uganda National Oil Company, are now going to go into construction, which means awarding of contracts, right? So the next 5 years is a big space for all Ugandans to see how they can tap into. Now, how? The question is how. The Petroleum Authority of Uganda has put in place on their website a place where you can register your business. It is under the National Supplier Database. So if you have a business that maybe you have a legal firm, or you do communication services, or you do crane hire, you're into logistics, you're a catering firm, you do you sell paper, pen, books, that kind of things. You're into waste management, you're an HR firm. There've been 16 categories of jobs that the Petroleum Authority of Uganda has ring-fenced, that nobody else will participate in this space unless you're Ugandan.
Did you know that oil is not only an employment booster, but an infrastructure development too?
Pull out that oil, we shall clean it in the refinery. Then the remnants of what is left, once it is cleaned, will go into an industrial park. So that means we are also building an industrial park for these the remnants of the refined oil to go into and pump into other industries like agriculture, fertilizer, the items that would help to make plastics and pharmaceuticals and cosmetics. So what does that mean then when you look at the broader sense of how important is oil to Uganda? It means that it will lead to industrialization. It means that it will lead to improved infrastructure. It means that it will improve livelihoods, because it will lead to more employment opportunities. We are also building the second international airport in Hoima to make it possible that this heavy equipment that we are going to use in the process of drilling and exploring oil land directly in Hoima, so that they do not spoil the road infrastructure when they are transported from Entebbe. Now they can just land directly in Hoima and then be used in Hoima. When there's a second international airport in Hoima, what does that mean? That means, first of all, that more clearing farms can open up down there, which means more employment. That means that Ugandans within this space can now get their goods onto the international market, because there's now another airport that can export your goods and services onto the international market.
Uganda National Oil Company is part of the oil refinery and storage operations.
Two subsidiaries, the National Pipeline Company and the Uganda Refinery Holding Company. So after this oil is drilled, we'll put it in a refinery and get it cleaned, and then put it in a pipeline, the longest heated pipeline that will transport it to Tanga. Then UNOC also participates in downstream, which is storage. We have storage terminals. We have one in Jinja, and we are building a massive one in Namuambula, somewhere in Mpigi, so that we have storage, so that when there's an oil shortage on the market, we are able to help out on that kind of front. But what all this means is that with all these different infrastructure that UNOC is participating in, they will lead to more job creation.
Expectations on oil from individuals and stakeholders continue to increase till the first drop is seen in 2025 as anticipated. Rita Cabanyoro, Smart.